Well, TGI Friday, everybody. We have made it brilliantly through this week. I think we are all kind of getting it back together a little bit. Yeah, the fog is still there, but we're going to get through the next about 5 days, and then it's going to clear. And to that point, as we get started today, there are just a lot of posts. I've seen a lot of negativity from astrologers online about this weekend. Well, you know me. I'm not going to not acknowledge it, but I'm not going to stay there. So let's take a look first at why these people are knotted up for this weekend. Not that it's without merit, it's just one side of polarity. Most of the points being made are about all these changes that happen over the next 5 days. Kristin mentioned the first one yesterday. Mercury, early yesterday morning, entered Libra. Then there's a whole domino stack of things that happen between now and next Tuesday that I will show you in an early release of the weekly video. Not sure when that will come out, today or tomorrow, though. Couple of highlights if you wanted to know where some of the hot spots are. Today, this morning, 8:40 this morning, Venus moves into Virgo. That's not a happy place for Venus. It's too structured. And then tomorrow, that same Venus, not so happy in Virgo, squares off with Uranus. Bzzzt. Remember how last week, don't hold on to things too tightly right now? Well, there's a very good reason why right there. Everything around our love, emotions, things we're passionate about, things we care about, getting a little shaken right here. Then we have the eclipse on Sunday afternoon, 3:55 p.m. or thereabouts, depending on where you are. And that's at 29 degrees Virgo. Now, we've talked about this in the Eclipse webinar. We talked about it quite a bit on Wednesday, so I'm not going to go more into that. But boom, boom, boom. Then we have on Monday the equinox, when the sun moves into Libra. That's Monday afternoon. Then it hits the Great Pyramid, so it hits Saturn and Neptune in opposition, and then Uranus and Pluto on the sides. And then another big one, and this is going to start another sequence of yods. Mars moves into Scorpio. That's early Monday morning. And that one can bring additional tension. So can the Venus squaring Uranus tomorrow. And then the yods are there that are basically fingers of God saying that there are things happening. This is all a very important time. So yes, it is ominous in one way, and yet in another, it's opportunistic. We did not have a kite 2 weeks ago with the lunar eclipse. There's also what's called a mystic rectangle. These are the two most benefic and beneficial aspects in astrology. They're both there for this eclipse. 2 weeks ago, we had a moon wobble. We don't have that anymore. We don't have a full moon. We have a new moon. 2 weeks ago, the sky shadowed our emotions, and in the following days, we felt pain. This sky shadows the sun, the source of light, and it happens only on a very small scale around the world. So what are the positive takeaways from this? I think we know the challenges already. They are still there. Be careful this weekend, especially with Venus squaring Uranus and Mars entering Scorpio. But this is a new moon. That's for creating, and we're in the energy today, all day. So you have all day today. Tomorrow, it peaks Sunday afternoon. So a really good place to hang out is working on your creating. Claim that the sky is with you, and in a more powerful configuration than we have had in quite some time. New directions, new beginnings, new courses. I mean, I go back to what happened in 2007. It altered the entire trajectory of my life. Positively in the end, painful to go through, but that was because I was resisting. Just said again, hold on loosely to everything and realize that what's shaping up is super, super powerful. So we can use any challenges that come up. I mean, once the sun moves into Libra on Monday, that's a challenging place for the sun. Venus is in a challenging place in Virgo, all of that, okay? Use anything that comes up. It will present itself for you however all this lands in your own chart. You have to look at that. It also aligns on where you are in your journey. Do you need a wake-up call? Or are you awake and alert and you say, "Here am I, Lord, send me"? Well, if there's something in the way of the send me part, the universe can point that out, and then we can work on releasing it and realize that all of these planets are tied together positively. And the one I didn't mention yet is Jupiter in one of its happy places, the sign of Cancer, which, by the way, is ruled by the moon. So there's our whole picture. New moon, creative energy, in a positive aspect to Lord Jupiter, the mythological king of the gods, the great benefic, the rabbit's foot planet, which is connected positively to 0 Aries, the world point, the shift point, which is connected positively to Pluto, of ultimate power, our subconscious, and our transformation. So you can join a lot of others on the dark side, or you can just say, for me and my position this weekend, I'm going to connect all that together in my own life. Good gifts are on their way. Positive changes, releasing stuff that doesn't serve. Hey, goodbye. I mean, is that negative, to get rid of stuff that doesn't serve? I would say, seriously, na, come on, sing together. Hey, goodbye. That's how to spend this weekend. Na, hey, goodbye.